improvised talent shows. And who thinks that that freaking dude from Deal or No Deal needs to keep getting his check? That's his name, the dude from Deal or No Deal. Okay, our next abolitionist is a very talented humorist and comedian who has a stand-up show next Monday at Secret Pour, and she pops off at the open mic Some Fun Lines. I'm going to let you know where everyone pops off. She pops off at the open mic Some Fun Lines that I co-host. Please give it up for Aarushi Agni!
So I knew abolishing something tonight would be a rare opportunity. It came to me in a dream when I wanted to abolish. I was sick for days, tossing and turning. I had already posted about the show, and then I had a dream that I was here. I saw myself before you at the Caveat, worst outfit. You were there. You were there. You weren't there, I'm sorry. And then I said the word abolish, and then I woke up. And I said the B in the word crumb. But then, okay, like, just right now, pro B in the word crumb? Okay, so I realized that I actually really like that B, but do you know what B's I do not like? I'm a stand-up. I really don't like it when people don't like astrology. They're like, oh no, it's pseudoscience, it's not real. And I'm like, first of all, that's a really sexy accent, where are you from? But second of all, what Scorpio hurt you? As if the stars have nothing to tell us. I ask you, what human hubris is this? This is the same logic that has us tearing up the earth for oil, polluting our oceans, and emitting toxic chemicals into the ozone. And I have a chart. So this is people who dismiss the cosmos' influence on our tiny human lives, and that is the bigger circle, people who pollute oceans, burn fossil fuels, and emit toxic chemicals into the ozone layer. Source, me, my delicate and tender observations over years of study. See also, a lot of people pollute, sad face. Next slide. You're gonna tell me you don't think that the sky affects you? Do you think that the Macy's Day Parade affects you? Do you think the algorithm affects you? Raise your hand if you've been personally victimized by the algorithm. The stars are God's algorithm! Next slide. I was gonna go on that algorithm thing for a while, but I wasted too much time on the bee and crumb. So not liking astrology basically dismisses a practice that is centuries old. In ancient times, Mayan, Chinese, and Indian people developed systems to observe the celestial bodies. That's where we got the sundial, the calendar, basically the whole basis of everything we know about the sky. People like Galileo and Kepler were actually astrologers as well as astronomers, and a bunch of names we don't know because a lot of stuff has been buried by history because other societies that aren't Western are more collective and they just didn't care as much about getting credit. Next slide. Basically, it's not that astrology is not scientific, it's just that they didn't want to be like the astrologers were not trying to be little bitches about it, and they were actually, we're really cool with this thing that we made. We find it to be predictive. We've spent a lot of time perfecting the system, and we don't need to be affirmed by this science vehicle. And they're basically it's your loss if you don't want to be protected from demons that you could encounter if there's an eclipse. By the way, an eclipse, Donald Trump was elected during an eclipse and born during an eclipse. And so was Bush, and so, anyway, watch a TikTok about it. Next slide. It's actually very badass and okay, yeah, next slide. It's okay, you get it. We need to stop pretending that everything we like is backed by science. Olivia Rodrigo's song, Driver's License, was not peer-reviewed, but does that make it any less true? It's 2023, it's not cool to not like astrology. More research from me. People who dismiss the cosmos' influence on our tiny human lives, and people who are so hot and cool. The intersection is ignorant folks open to learning, and babies, parentheses, not sexy. Okay, this is also a chart that I made that is a little harder to explain, but it's basically people who like astrology, people who get to have sex with me, and then people who don't even try to understand astrology, and people who have never cried to I Hope You Dance by Leanne Womack. And the intersection here is murderers, probably. The moon controls the motherfucking tides. Also menstrual cycles, and how long a day is. But you're not okay with the fact that my moon is in Scorpio. You don't think that, like, me being an Aries sun, Scorpio rising, Scorpio moon makes me paradoxically relatable and impenetrable, but you believe that this is supposed to be the next slide, but you believe that your Juilliard-trained wife is having orgasms from P&V. But the end of the last slide was going to be something about how the moon creates hurricanes in the ocean, but you're not going to say that there's a little lodestorm inside of me. I'm going to do like one more zinger and then I'll get to the end. I'm sorry. You're going to tell me that rent is due on the 1st and that time exists, but I'm psycho for saying that the full moon makes me a little fucking crazy. You guys think that genitals determine our gender expression, but my Venus in Taurus doesn't make me so loyal. And you guys think that borders are real? That's fucked up. Next time. So this is where it starts to break down, but get like really clear at the same time. All the world is a mirror, okay? So like, just like admit you don't want to be known. You know, like if someone has my birth time, then they know my whole personality. That's a little intimate for me. That brings up some issues for me, right? Okay? But that's okay. You don't have to shade other people who just want to connect, right? Who's with me? I don't know what slide I'm on.
Second to last.
Okay, thank you. It's not about like things being perfect and right and rational. It's about looking at the outside world and being like, how do I fit there? Am I there? Yes, no. And then we can talk about it and become friends. That's what astrology is about. So why would you not like that? Why would you be like, oh no, I'm shutting down this conversation? It's very Matt Rife. Next slide. Abolish not liking astrology, embrace human connection.
Aarushi Agni, everybody! Political establishment gets 5 minutes to rebut, and their time starts now.
Chandler, can you possibly go back to the slide with the really crazy Venn diagram?
This one.
This one.
Okay.
Okay. So, there's a lot of people on this. A lot of people that don't like astrology, and you want them to like astrology. People who have never...
I don't want them to not like astrology.
What I'm hearing is you want murderers and people who don't even try to understand something. You actually want them to move into the circle that is people who like astrology, which is also people who get to have sex with you. So you want these people to move and be good,
okay,
do other
maybe
stuff?
If somebody listened to I Hope You Dance by Leanne Womack and let it in, they would recover, and then they would...
And some of those people are murderers.
Good enough to have sex with me.
Some of those people have killed people.
Okay, but not... Okay, this was another topic on a different show, but I don't think all murder is inherently wrong.
Okay, and that's something I can agree with. That's something I'm behind.
Most of it is.
Oh, no, then actually I disagree. I disagree with that part.
Okay.
Okay, I'll think about the circle some more.
Now, you said that it was sort of the height of human hubris to sort of pretend the stars have nothing to do with you. But is it perhaps the height of human hubris to think the stars and the moon, which controls the tides, bothered to make you loyal?
I think this wouldn't be the first time that humans had hubris, but I would rather have hubris for good instead of evil.
Okay. We can also just not have hubris at all. And we can just be really chill. And except that some people just don't understand astrology because there's a lot of stuff to remember. And then it's easier to just say you don't like something than to admit that it makes you feel stupid.
I think there's a lot of people who could help you with that.
It's not about me.
So you persuaded me of something. It is bad for people to let this be their whole personality. But isn't it so important that some people have bad personalities?
That's what Geminis are for.
A nice little red flag to keep me away.
You're right. But that's the exception that proves the rule. Okay, wow, I really lost you. Thanks.
Now, I'm a Scorpio. Is that why
Wow.
What? Is that why I can't really touch my toes? Oh, no, that's my moon.
Oh, are you seriously also a Scorpio?
I would kill someone. In a Hunger Games type context.
I'm not hearing any lies here. I think that was great. A lot of facts.
When else would you kill someone?
I suppose sort of other sort of post-apocalyptic young American young adult novels. If I were in those, I would kill someone.
Maze Runner?
Maze Runner counts.
And that's time! One more time for Aarushi Agni! Okay. Our next comedian has she's done Edinburgh Festival Fringe and
Wait, we need to vote, Chandler.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Wow, I'm so glad the structure of the show is sticking with people. Who thinks, of course, that we need to abolish not liking astrology as a personality? And who thinks when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's a bullshit? I think I just kind of nailed that riff.
I like that song.
I won some people over just with the pizza pie riff. I'm proud of myself. But anyway, now our next performer has, and look, and you know that I didn't have that blocked up because I didn't even know to do the voting thing. The magic of